Hello, Bradford City fans. Just got back from Valley Parade after tonight's game at home to Mansfield. And just sort of do a little bit of a post-match review. I thought that tonight we were probably the side that should have won the game, if anybody. I thought that we probably had the better chances, or probably most of the chances. I think Mansfield have scored with their only shot on target, which wasn't even really a shot. It's a goal that comes from about 5 or 6 deflections in the box and just trickles over the line. It's a bit of a fluke goal, really. Having said that, both Max Power and Ethan Wheatley had the opportunity to clear the ball down the left-hand side before it comes into the box. And didn't do it. Should have just put the foot through it and got it up the pitch. Didn't do it. Ball gets turned over and obviously comes into the box, and then the deflections happen, and you're 1-0 down, which is something we haven't been used to at Valley Parade this season, really. I think we've only lost twice, and that was against Burton and Cardiff. I don't really remember us being behind at home in any other game. The team for City obviously was he kept the same starting lineup for the second game in a row, which was a little bit of a shock, especially after the subs that were made at Wigan and at Port Vale, where he took the front three off. Obviously after an hour at Port Vale and after 45 minutes against Wigan on Saturday, so I was surprised to see the same team again. But yeah, we've dominated the game. I think we've had the chances just about to win it. The referee. As I don't like coming on and talking about referees. I've said that regularly on the podcast, and it's not often that I do. But the last home game against Leyton Orient, I felt I had to talk about the referee. And today, I'm going to have to do it again because he's not helped. He's spoilt a game really by just not clamping down on the Mansfield time wasting at all. The amount of time that was wasted at every set piece, every throw-in, how long they were taking to do it. And the referee, I think, warned them once and then did nothing after that. And then to only add 5 minutes on at the end of the game was just ridiculous, really, given the amount of time that was wasted at, like I say, every throw-in and set piece. I think it took 2 or 3 minutes for them to make those 4 substitutions that they supposedly made all in one go during the second half. So how there was only 5 minutes added on, I don't know. Not as bad a referee as the lad against the Ollie Yates guy, the lad against Leyton Orient the other week, but it was just the time wasting that he didn't get to grips with at all. Did nothing about it, and it's such a simple thing to deal with. And just do your job properly, referee. Just book them if they're wasting time. Book them, book a couple of them, and it won't happen. And you're dealing with it. You can be seen to be dealing with it. It's such a simple thing to do. So he didn't do it. The goal that comes eventually from Tyreek Wright's a great strike. We actually changed the formation during the second half. Went to 4-1-4-1 with Wright, Point and Sarcevic and Humphreys behind Swan. I actually thought that other than the goal, obviously it's a brilliant strike from Tyreek Wright, but other than that I thought that we probably created less after the changes than we had done before. I mean, before we scored, before they made the subs and changed the formation, we've had a couple of chances, ones that have bobbled around the box, just gone the wrong side of the post. It did feel like the 50-50s, the lucky breaks, the deflections were all going Mansfield's way tonight, and obviously that resulted in their goal, and obviously resulted in, I think, a header from Pennington just going past the post for us in the first half. Disappointing to drop points at home, but we were never going to go win every game at home. The pressure has been building on our home form because our away form's been so poor. We were always going to drop points at home eventually, so to do that isn't really a surprise. Mansfield are a decent side. They turned us over 3-0 at their place early in the season. They've had a fantastic cup run this year, so they're a good side. We were always, like I said, going to drop points at home eventually. That's why we need to start picking up more points away from home. And that has to start at Burton on Saturday, really. I thought we'd turned the corner with the performances against Reading and Port Vale, and then we sort of regressed a little bit with the performance against Wigan last weekend. We need to start picking up more points away from home. Like I say, the subs tonight, Swan came on for Wheatley up front and probably did just as well, if not better than Wheatley has done. I've been a supporter of Wheatley, but Swan offered exactly the same, if not more. Didn't really have a chance to score apart from a header he put well wide, and then obviously the change in formation with Humphreys on the left. Tyreek Wright actually switched to the right and cuts inside on his left foot, and that's where the goal comes from. And we had Sarcevic and Point in the 10s. Sarcevic played 90 minutes, which probably means he'll be rested on Saturday for at least part of, if not the whole game. I can't see him playing 90 minutes tonight and then starting again on Saturday, but that remains to be seen. Like I say, we just need to start picking up some points away from home. I think the gap to the last playoff place, the gap to 7th place is about 8 points now, as it was before. But Stevenage do have a game in hand, so that can be cut to 5. Like I said, just need to bounce back and pick up some points away from home. It was a good performance tonight. If anyone should have won it, we should. I think Mansfield scored with their only shot on target. And with a better referee who'd have dealt with the time wasting, we probably could have nicked it at the end. We go to Burton on Saturday, and then we're at home to Plymouth a week on Saturday. If that isn't cancelled for the international break, hopefully it won't be, and we can, like I say, carry on cementing our place in the playoffs. Like I said, the gap is 8 points as it stands, can be cut to 5 by Stevenage's game in hand, but we need to finish strong this season. I think there's 4 home games left, and we need to win them all probably to make sure that we're in the playoffs. Onwards and upwards with the West Yorkshire Football Show.